One of my first jobs, I worked for a company called Box Clever. And at that company, I had a boss who I've literally never heard speak. I could not tell you what his voice sounded like. He was very old school, he had a corner office, we all sat outside, and I just never heard him speak. On the other hand, I've worked with bosses who will talk at you for 20 minutes, waffle, but not really share anything. Bosses often think about informing you with information rather than opening up to be a two-way street about genuine communication. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top tips about how to deal with a boss who doesn't communicate effectively with you. The first thing you can do is figure out their preferred communication style. Some people really like verbal communication and are very happy for a chat. Other people prefer email or more formal communication. Work out what your boss's preferred style is by the way that they send communication out to the team. If they're someone who regularly stops by your desk for a chat or holds stand-up meetings, then they probably prefer verbal communication. If they're someone who uses chat functions or emails more often, then they probably prefer a written communication style. Secondly, see if this is an issue shared with other co-workers. Sometimes bosses just present outcomes rather than involving you in the decision-making process. So see if this is something that's affecting that's also experienced by your co-workers. The next thing you can do is arrange to have one-on-one catch-ups with your manager. This allows you to have some dedicated communication time where you can understand what the priorities are and what you should be working on. Next, in those meetings, agree with them how they prefer to communicate with you on an ongoing basis. Are they someone who wants regular updates on where you are on projects? And if so, do they want a quick chat, or do they want that on an email? Or do they want more formalised reports on a regular basis? If you leave a meeting or a conversation with your boss unsure of what they actually want you to do, it may be because they're a waffler. What you can do is ask reframing questions where you play back to them what they've said so that you're clear on the outcome. That can be something like, so what you'd like me to do is do this report by next Friday. They can then confirm to you that's what they want doing, so you're both clear on the outcomes. If you struggle to do that in person with them, perhaps you can follow it up with an email or a written communication asking the same questions. The other thing you can do is find out if there are other people in the team who can provide that communication. They may have a better relationship with a co-worker or a colleague who you can get regular information from rather than looking directly to your boss. Just because your boss isn't very good at communicating doesn't mean that you shouldn't look to strengthen your skills. Find a mentor or someone else who you work with who's really good at this and emulate what they do. And finally, set good examples with your colleagues. Just because there might be a culture of under-communication in your team doesn't mean that you can't do something about that. It can be something as simple as a regular update email that goes around, setting out the priorities and any big wins you've had, or through to more sophisticated tools like project management software or MS Teams. This allows everyone to know what's going on in the department, what the priorities are, and how you are all working towards the same goals. As with any unhealthy behaviour, if you continue to tolerate it, it will continue to happen. So by subtly challenging your boss and asking them to communicate with you in a more effective way, it'll be better not only for you, but for your boss and the whole team. Leave a comment below about a bad boss you've had or something you've done to improve communication in your team. I'd love to hear it. I'm Liz, and on my channel we'll give you the tips, tricks and hacks to help you navigate your career. I post twice a week on a Wednesday and a Sunday, so by hitting like, subscribe and the bell icon, you'll be the first to hear about new videos.